Hey everybody, I've got another feature video with FlipPilot. So FlipPilot is the new system that we're coming out with. It's a business management software system for real estate investors, and I want to show you guys another feature of this system, and it's a good one. This is a big one. It has to do with repairs and repair estimating, and I know a lot of people like to do real simplified repair estimates because it saves time and all that kind of stuff, but we have it set up in our system to where you can get better estimates for your rehabs. And one thing that always drove Melissa crazy with our rehab projects was whenever I would go out and make estimates on properties for repairs and make my offer based on that, and she would manage the rehab and then come back and say, what was your repair estimate of that again? Because I was always way off, and we always end up spending a lot more than what I had budgeted for it, and it was never really consistent, right? I just put these numbers down, and I would quickly go through a house and say bathroom $1,500, kitchen, flooring, doors, and it wasn't very consistent and not a very good system or process for our business, and obviously made her pretty angry. But we wanted to do away with that kind of problem with FlipPilot, and so we have this idea of this repair catalog, and you can actually have different grades of repair catalog. So if you're doing a rental property versus a fix and flip in a decent neighborhood or a high-end property, you can separate your repair cost based on those different levels, those different grades. So it's very cool. I want to show you real quick how this is set up. It's like a normal catalog. So you have accessories, appliances, cabinets, demo, electrical, and we'll have a bunch of defaults in here with material cost estimate and installation cost estimate, so you have something to go on. But you can go in and customize it any way that you want. You can add new catalog sections, and we'll just take a look at like electrical section here in the catalog. We have replacing electrical panel, kitchen light fixtures, bathroom light fixtures, living room, all that kind of stuff. We got plumbing, garbage disposal, bathroom sink, toilet, bathtub, roof, siding, structure, all this kind of things in these different sections with these repair estimates. And one of the really cool things too is that each of these repair items, you can go in and specify the unit type. So if you're doing a roof, you've got a unit type of a square, right? That's typical measurement for a roof. But you can select different things here: square, linear feet, square foot, quantity, yard. So if it's like dirt or something, you'd have a yard. Dumpster, 5 gallon, so for like paint and stuff. And you can specify the actual SKU number. So if you got a SKU number from Home Depot, Lowe's, or something like that, you could put that in for that property and choose the store in there that it's from. And then eventually in the next version, we'll probably have something where you can have all that, pull from those different stores. But right now we can store that stuff so you can have it set up. And then in your scope of works, you have your SKUs and all that information for those repairs. So it's very nice. One of the things that I wanted to also quickly show in this, and what makes it so powerful, because you might be thinking, well, it's going to take a lot to go through and add all these items. When I'm walking a property, I don't really want to have to select all these separate items. And what we wanted to do was basically what we realized was a lot of times when we go to a house, we do the same things over and over again. And I'm sure if you're doing rehabbing, this is what you're doing too. We basically, most kitchens we redo, and so we have the standard that we're always doing all the different things the same. We're doing the backsplash, we're doing the tile floor, we're doing the the cabinets. Typically we're painting cabinets, believe it or not, and they came out great, putting granite countertops, all that kind of stuff. And so we're typically doing the same thing on all these houses. And so what we wanted to do is allow you to set up a repair group, okay, inside of your repair catalog. And so I went through and I selected the different kitchen repair items that typically go into a kitchen, and I have my grand total down here and all my total of all the things that I need. A standard, maybe cabinets upper and lower of 8 linear feet of cabinetry and countertops, the light fixture, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to show you here in a minute going through a property and adding this to the repair estimate, so that when I go into the kitchen, I say, well, it's a standard kitchen job, I'm going to do everything. I can just select this, and then if I already have a nice like dishwasher there at the house, I can just take that off. But that way, it's really quick, right? And then everything is broken down in a standardized ways so that you're always having those same estimates for your repairs, and it just makes it a lot more consistent. Adding a repair group is simple. You just come in here, and I can do like a typical bathroom, right? So this is going to be a standard thing. And I can choose the grade. If I choose any, it's going to show up in any of my repair catalog grades. So you might have something that's pretty standard that you're going to use across high end, low end. But if it's something that you're only using in a low end, you can choose low end grade. And that way when you're at a house that's low end and you're looking through your repair catalog, you're not looking through all these high end fixtures and all that kind of stuff. You're only looking at the low end ones to choose from. So it reduces the clutter of all that information. And on this one is a typical bathroom, so I'm going to choose any for this because I feel like this is something that could be done in any kind of bathroom. So I'm going to click Add Group, and then I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to add repairs to this typical bathroom. So I'm going to go into Accessories, choose the towel bar, toilet paper holder, bathroom mirror. I'm going to go down to Plumbing, where there's other things in here as far as bathroom sink, the faucet, the toilet, the bathtub, shower head and faucet. And you get the idea. You can go through here and add these different things that you're typically going to do. You could maybe put the flooring in there and put the standard square footage of the flooring. But now I've got this group of repairs for a typical bathroom I can quickly add. And so now I've got this set up, and I've got all these repairs in the repair catalog. I can quickly add a repair and choose the grade for it and choose which section I want to add it to within the catalog and create my own sections if I want in that catalog. But the thing that we use this for, right, is when we're walking a property. So we wanted to make sure that we know you're not taking your desktop computer to a property right as you're walking it and you're entering this information. And a lot of people don't want to carry a laptop either while you're doing this. And so, you know, most of FlipPilot, all of FlipPilot is really kind of mobile responsive anyway. But I want to show you how it looks and feels when you add these repairs to a property. And so I'm going to go to one of these test properties I have in here. And I'm going to go down to the repairs section for this property. I'm going to add an estimate. And you could do multiple repair estimates per property. So if you want to do the repair estimate based on if you're going to have it as a rental versus a fix and flip where you're going to resell it, you can have those two side by side and compare them. So it's very cool. I'm going to show you right here, just adding a single estimate though. Just going to call it Danny's estimate. And what we have is this idea of spaces, okay, within our repair estimate. So with the catalog of repairs, we're having everything in a catalog because that's how you're selecting these different items. When you're walking the house, though, you're not walking through lighting, you're not walking through electrical or plumbing. You're walking through a house, and it's got different spaces. So what we did was we set it up to where you have these spaces set up, and you can customize these just like everything else inside of FlipPilot, so that when you go through the property, you're going through these different spaces and you're adding those things to it. So I go ahead and create this repair estimate, and I can start adding repairs. So if I'm on the interior, I'm probably going to do things like add, you know, like the painting. So walls over here, I got drywall patch and stuff like that, and paint is right here. So I got paint interior, and I'm going to go ahead and add that. I'm going to go ahead and say the square footage of the house is 1,500 square feet. And then I'm going to go over here and do like demo. So I'm going to demo the inside, maybe $600 or something, and add those repairs to the interior. And as I'm walking through the bedrooms and bathrooms, I might have the different light fixtures and things like that I'm going to choose. And I forgot I was going to show you that this is how it's going to be like on a mobile device. Let me do that real quick. All right, so here is an iPhone 6 Plus, I think, 7 Plus. I think they're all the same size relatively. And this is what it looks like as I'm going through and choosing. So if you're at the house and you're on an iPhone, this is what it's looking like as you're going through it. And for like the bathroom, let me say I'm going to choose this. I'm going to click Add Repairs. And since I have this typical bathroom group, look how simple it is. I don't have to go through all those things and choose that stuff. I choose that single group and I add the repairs to it. And now I've got that typical bathroom here within my bathroom. And if I didn't need one of those things, I can simply remove the item here, and it saves a ton of time so that you can spend time talking to the seller of the house if you're there meeting with the seller of the house. Instead of fumbling around trying to write all this stuff, you're just doing it really quick, and you're real professional. And I think the seller's going to see that and say, wow, this is a professional company. They've got professional software that they're using, that they're calculating what the repairs are going to be. And it just makes you a lot more professional, look a lot more legitimate as a real estate investor. And you'll have the total repair cost there. And you can just go in here and add those repairs. And if you're in here and you come across something you don't have in your repair catalog, when you click to add a repair, you can go to one-off repair and create that repair right then and there and choose to save it to a catalog for your repair catalog while you're doing this. So you don't have to go out of that, go into settings. You can do it all right there while you're adding that repair estimate. So how cool is that? You can have these standardized repair estimates and quickly, while you're going through a property, put those estimates together. So it's super powerful and super convenient for you to do it. We made it so that when you're using it on a mobile device, that it's super simple, not frustrating. I know a lot of other systems out there that tried to do this, but it was really clunky, and we wanted to avoid that. So that's the feature for this video. And if you haven't signed up to get these notifications of these videos that we're doing, go over to FlipPilot.com. And if you want to be a part of the beta testing that we're doing right now, and we're letting a small amount of people go in at a time, but if you want to join that list to be able to get in there early to do beta testing with us, go to FlipPilot.com/beta, and we'd be happy to add you to the list.